So the big change in polling in the Democratic primary during the Thanksgiving break, and really since the last Democratic debate, is that Pete Buttigieg has been rapidly gaining in the polls, while Elizabeth Warren is down pretty significantly. Joe Biden is also down. Now, before we get into the meat of this, there will be people who say, David, Bernie always gets ignored in these stories. I'm not ignoring Bernie. Bernie's up slightly from early October, down slightly from earlier in November. Not a huge change in Bernie's polling. For the people who say Yang gets ignored, I'm not ignoring him. Yang is up to 3.3%. But the real big shift is that Pete Buttigieg, mayor of South Bend, Indiana, has continued climbing from 4% in early September to 8% on November 1st, up to an average of 11% in recent polls, even polling as high as 16% nationally in the last Quinnipiac poll. Meanwhile, Joe Biden has continued his decline down to 27%. Elizabeth Warren has also dropped from a campaign high of nearly 27 in the first week of October to just under 16 now, losing about 11 points nationally. This is the lowest she's been since mid-September. So do I like this? No, I don't. I'm not a Buttigieg guy. In number one, Pete Buttigieg has parroted this absurd talking point about Medicare for all, calling it Medicare for all who want it, which is a complete cop-out. It's incoherent. It's not really a position, and I don't like it one bit. I don't trust it one bit. Buttigieg's bizarre reactions when he's been asked about his struggles with Black Democratic primary voters have been, like I said, they've been bizarre. Pete Buttigieg's position that free college isn't good because it leads to people who earn less subsidizing people who earn more by paying for their college through taxes is not a strong position. Then more recently, Buttigieg proposed free college for lower and middle income people so that the kids of millionaires don't get their tuition paid. And this is an old centrist idea, which I find illogical because the kids of millionaires are already more likely to go to college, and saying they won't even possibly get free state college makes it easier for them to argue they shouldn't even be contributing to anyone going to college tuition free anyway. It's not a good idea. Pete Buttigieg is also way more religious than I'm interested in having a president be. Now, I know that we're supposed to pretend it's fine because even though he's very religious, he's gay and a Democrat. But either he's being insincere when he talks about his religiosity, or he's just more religious than appeals to me. I would rather have someone who doesn't make religion such a central component of their identity as Pete Buttigieg has. Buttigieg has also signaled automation as being the primary cause of the loss of manufacturing jobs in the U.S. That's pretty myopic, and it ignores much of the systemic inequality of power in the economy between workers and companies, which is a huge part of that job loss. Now, automation is a concern. I'm glad that he's talking about it because a lot of elected officials or would-be elected officials don't. But his view seems either just misguided or ignorant or insincere. And then Buttigieg participated in meetings months ago with Democratic Party insiders and big donors to discuss stopping Bernie at any cost, which is also not good. That's like the worst wing of the Democratic Party. So that's why I'm not a Buttigieg guy. He's doing very well in the polls. I don't know if he has staying power, if he's going to keep growing his support. If you look at early primary states, he's doing very well in Iowa, leading. He's leading in New Hampshire, but by less than he's leading in Iowa. Not doing very well in Nevada and South Carolina, which are the third and fourth primary states. So my question to you is, what do you believe is behind Pete Buttigieg's climb in the polls? Is it debate performance? Is it that he's being pushed by media or party elites, if you believe that that's what's going on? Is it his campaign ads? Is it people being disappointed in other candidates and saying Buttigieg seems like a reasonable alternative? And while we're at it, I'm also curious what you think is behind Elizabeth Warren's decline. Joe Biden's, I have a sense of. Joe Biden is bad in the debates. And the more he seems to talk, the more he seems to struggle in the polls. But Warren gained for months by getting opportunities to explain her positions and ideas. And lately she's falling despite getting lots of talk time at the latest debate. Let me know what you believe is behind Warren's decline and Buttigieg's climb, and then we'll talk about it more later in the week. Privacy.com is one of our sponsors, and they're giving you $5 just for using their free service at privacy.com/Pakman. Privacy is a service I've been using for a while now. I love it. It saves me a bunch of headaches. It's completely free and it's very quick to set up. And here's how it works. When you pay for something online or over the phone, instead of exposing your real credit card number, privacy lets you generate virtual card numbers. The payments are withdrawn from your checking account, but your real card number stays completely private, and you do it all with one click. You can autofill the card number in your web browser, on the phone. You can create 12 virtual cards a month. You can set spending limits, freeze them, delete them whenever you want. I especially love it for free trials where you need to give a credit card number, because I can destroy the virtual card number as soon as I give it to the company, and I know I won't be charged in the future. If you're ordering food over the phone, why do I need to give a restaurant my real card number if I don't have to? Companies don't have to know who you are. Your real credit card number is protected from the data breaches that happen, unfortunately, more often than we would like, and it's completely free. They do have a paid version with different tiers where you can create more virtual credit card numbers per month, cashback rewards, extra security features. But go ahead and sign up for the free service. It's a no-brainer. Companies can't charge you unexpectedly. You're protected from identity theft. It costs you nothing. And privacy is giving you $5 to spend just for signing up when you go to privacy.com/Pakman.